An individual operating at high capacity often looks like a flawlessly interlocking gear system. Deadlines are met, obligations are fulfilled, and from the outside, the pace never seems to falter. But that outward precision requires immense internal torque. You carry a silent, constant tension that never dissipates, even after the workday is finished. A specific internal voice often blocks the path to rest. It argues that because you are still functioning, because you haven't dropped the plates yet, you haven't actually earned the right to step back. We are taught to follow a script that requires a total collapse before we deserve care. It suggests we need to be bedridden or handed a severe clinical diagnosis before we are allowed to ask for help. This requirement to push through until you crack is a dangerous, expensive lie. Postponing care in the name of toughing it out triggers a rapid accumulation of systemic debt, this debt compounding across every facet of your life. While the cost feels manageable early on, the ongoing drain on your relationships, finances, and long-term physical health eventually leads to a sudden, catastrophic spike in the cost of recovery. Your body spends months trying to warn you before that spike occurs. It sends low-level distress signals, chronic fatigue, stomach knots, or a shortening fuse, long before you reach a final breaking point. Waiting for a total collapse is the least efficient way to manage your internal limits. At the root of this struggle is a psychological phenomenon called identity entanglement. This happens when the brain completely fuses your value as a human being with your constant level of output. When these concepts smash together, your brain equates a pause in production with an immediate loss of self-worth. Therapy provides the mechanism to pull them apart, separating who you are from what you produce, addressing burnout before a crisis. This clear separation makes it entirely safe to put down the heavy burdens you've been carrying alone. You learn to interrupt the arc of exhaustion before a structural failure happens. Mental health care exists to intercept this trajectory, prioritizing early intervention over the cleaning up of wreckage. Therapy is allowed to be preventative. It is a legitimate tool for people who, from the outside, look like they're doing just fine. If you feel the internal strain even while you're still functioning, you have permission to seek support right now. You don't have to wait for the collapse to prove you need it. Intercepting your own burnout arc creates a new kind of sustainability. It offers the relief of knowing your value isn't tied to the next deadline, making your pace manageable for the long term. Connecting with professional support is the practical way to build that sustainability. Coping and healing counseling provides a network across Georgia specifically designed for this kind of proactive early care. They've removed the barriers to starting early with a 100% HIPAA-compliant telehealth system covering all 159 counties. With over 15 licensed therapists and integration with major insurance and Medicaid, professional care is accessible long before a breaking point is reached. You have permission to rest. You don't have to break first to earn it.